Tyrese Maxey is a problem. Who would have thought in a playoff match that boasts stars like Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Pascal Siakam, a 21-year-old point guard would steal the show? The Philadelphia 76ers' troubles with their former point guard Ben Simmons after their Game 7 loss in the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinals was a blessing in disguise, as it put the Sixers in a tight position to trust the same rookie with the team's point guard position. So, taking a look at how things have turned out, trusting their 2020 draft 21st overall pick, Tyrese Maxey might have eventually paid off, and their opponent needs to start seeing him as a problem in a team that already has Embiid and Harden. In today's video, we're going to be discussing why Tyrese Maxey is someone to watch out for. We will also take a look at why the Philadelphia 76ers now have a big three as opposed to the big two we all thought it was. Ready? Let's get right into it. In his first season as a rookie in the NBA, Tyrese got limited playing time. It wasn't until the Sixers were plagued with injuries to star players like Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and most of the other players got tested positive for COVID-19, that luck smiled on him. Finally, he got his chance to start his first NBA game as he was part of the league minimum 8 players fielded in the game against the Denver Nuggets. But can we attribute Maxey's rise to just luck or his abilities? The Dallas-born point guard had superstar written all over him since he was in high school. He was a 5-star recruit as early as his sophomore year of high school, guiding South Garland High School to their first ever Texas State High School basketball tournament appearance back in 2018. He was even a McDonald's All-Star selection and was part of the 2018 USA Today All-Texas First Team during his senior year in high school. He finished high school averaging 21.8 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game as a senior for the South Garland Titans basketball team. After high school, he chose Kentucky for college and spent a year there, setting a record of 26 points in his college debut. He started the 28 out of 31 games he played for Kentucky and averaged 14 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game while leading the team with 34.5 minutes per contest. In that same year, he made the SEC Southeastern Conference All-Freshman team and was second-team All-SEC before officially declaring for the draft shortly after the season ended. Tyrese Maxey was selected 21st overall in the 2020 NBA Draft by the Philadelphia 76ers and signed his rookie-scale contract with the team on December 3, 2020. He didn't take long to impress the head coach Doc Rivers, collecting 8 and 11 points with limited minutes during 2 preseason games. This was when Doc Rivers decided that the rookie would be one of his main bench guys going into the 2020-21 season. The Sixers in the 2020-21 season already boast of Ben Simmons, Shake Milton, Seth Curry, and veteran George Hill in the point guard and shooting guard positions, so Maxey was sure to get limited time, finding himself in and out of the team's rotation. This caused him to start 8 games, but despite his inconsistent minutes, he still managed to be involved in 61 out of the 72 the Philadelphia 76ers played that season. Maxey made his NBA debut on December 24th in the first game of the season against the Washington Wizards and recorded 6 points on a 3-for-6 shooting rate, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds in just 11 minutes, quickly making his impact in that win. He made his first start in the NBA against the Denver Nuggets on January 9, 2021. In this match, Maxey gave a strong performance, recording 39 points on 18 of his game-high 33 field goal attempts, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. He committed only 2 turnovers in nearly 44 minutes of play, becoming the first rookie since 1970 to score that many points in his first career start. This also meant having the most points scored by a Sixers rookie since Hall of Famer Allen Iverson dropped 40 on the Washington Bullets back in 1997, bearing in mind that he was just 20 years of age at the time. After the game, the 6'2" point guard even got a comparison to Allen Iverson, as he got all 39 points with a variety of moves that were replicas to the Hall of Famer, attacking the basket of dribbles. He came off screens and hit pull-up jumpers from 2-point range and from beyond the arc. He twisted his way through the lane, finishing through contact with acrobatic layups. He threw down dunks on the fast break and hit a lot of floaters. He was better than ever, and he was finally getting the recognition he deserved. Even the head coach, Doc Rivers, was shocked, saying, "I didn't know he could score 39 points in an NBA game." He started none of the 12 games he played in the 2020-21 playoffs, but he still averaged 6.3 points on a 44% shooting rate, 1.8 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. Following the Philadelphia 76ers playoff elimination, he made his way to the NBA Summer League for the 2021 offseason. Despite playing 2 games, he proved overqualified as he averaged 26 points, 4.5 assists, and 5.5 rebounds per game. Following Ben Simmons' refusal to play for the Sixers at the start of the 2021-22 season, Maxey was finally allowed to cement his position as a starting point guard. Even though he alternated the position with Shake Milton, he still averaged 16.9 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 4.6 assists in 35.6 minutes through the first 51 games of the season. Maxey's performance in the 2021-22 regular season got him selected to the 22 NBA Rising Star Challenge as a member of Team Worthy. With the addition of James Harden from the Brooklyn Nets to the Philadelphia 76ers roster, Maxey got better as the acquisition of James Harden, whose position at point guard allowed Maxey to return to his natural shooting guard position. This naturally afforded him more shooting opportunities. He averaged 24.5 points in his first 2 games after Harden's arrival. His shooting has greatly improved since he returned to his natural position as a shooting guard. Before James Harden's arrival, he averaged 16.9 points and shot 46.9% from the floor and 39% from deep. But with Harden, Maxey averaged 18.9 points and shot 52.3% from the floor and 48% from deep. Even the head coach, Doc Rivers, also understands the sentiment that he has always been a shooting guard, saying, "He has a gear that 20 people in the league have, and he's probably not 20 and his shot. I just believe that where I thought he would need help and probably does is being a point guard. I never thought he was a point guard. That's why I thought him with Ben Simmons would be great because he wouldn't have to, and that's really what James Harden has done in a lot of ways. He's turned back into what he should be, and that's a scoring guard." But while some might want to credit the presence of stars like Joel Embiid and James Harden to the 21-year-old dominant performance, he has proven to be able to lead the team without these stars on the court. For example, he dropped 25 points on 9 for 15 shooting in just 23 minutes against the Detroit Pistons in the season's finale matchup. Maxey finished the 2021-22 season with 17.5 points per game, 48.5% shooting, and 42.7% three-point shooting. His rise has been tremendous because comparing his rookie year to his sophomore year, he has completely turned everything around. From starting 8 games out of the 61 he played in his rookie year to starting 64 out of 65 games his second year, that's definitely a tremendous improvement. He averages 35 minutes on the floor after averaging 15 minutes off the bench just a season ago, and that says something about the point guard's work ethic. His fellow teammate James Harden also attests to his work ethic. "He works," Harden said. "So nothing surprises anyone when you work hard, put the work in, and put the time and effort into it. You're capable of doing anything you want, and he wants it. He gets it. He just works. He listens. He has great leaders around him." His hard work is not just paying off in the regular season, it is now evident in the playoffs as he overshadowed his superstar teammates Joel Embiid and James Harden when he dropped a team-high 38 points in the 76ers win over the Raptors in Game 1 of the first round, becoming the youngest 76ers player to score 30 points in a playoff game. He also became the 3rd youngest player in NBA postseason history with a 38-point game after Magic Johnson and LeBron James. He is sure in good company. In Game 2, he also dropped 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. He is averaging 20.6 points, 4.2 assists, and 5 rebounds in the 2021-22 playoff against the Raptors. And this doesn't come as a surprise to many, including his Sixers teammate Joel Embiid, who said, "If it were up to me, he probably would be the most improved player in the league," said Embiid. "What he's accomplished and the situation that we were all in this year, I always believed in him because he had such a high work ethic. He works hard. He's just always in the gym, so I've always believed." Tyrese Maxey began the season as the Sixers' primary perimeter threat and number 2 option, meaning he had to learn to play alongside star player Embiid and also run the show by himself simultaneously. And then James Harden arrived, meaning he had more time off the ball, and his point guard duties are relieved, giving him enough time to be in positions to shoot more. This shows that while most players have defined roles during the playoffs, Maxey's role can change any minute, and yet he adapts, proving how versatile he could be for the Sixers. If the Philadelphia 76ers are to compete for the championship, they're going to need efforts from players other than Joel Embiid and James Harden. Fortunately, Tyrese Maxey is providing just that for the Sixers. While he might not have been able to replicate the performance he had in Game 1 against the Raptors, he is still a problem for other teams in the NBA. Tell us what you think in the comment section. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, as more exciting videos are on the way.